3,300 pounds of iron, brass, and molten lead. 5,600 moving parts. Over a century of dominance in the publishing and newspaper industries. They call it the eighth wonder of the world. Whatever. This wasn't supposed to happen this way. I'm not supposed to be in this car, on this country highway, on the way to Denmark, Iowa. I'm not supposed to be spending half a week in the middle of nowhere learning about ancient, obsolete machines at Linotype University with 2 cameras in my face. It was supposed to be an analog-loving art director who still shoots film and writes letters on a typewriter. But no, not enough tension, they said. Need more drama, they said. We need somebody who will hate it, they said. And then they looked at me. There had better be cell phone reception up there. We are in Burlington, Iowa, headed to Denmark, Iowa for day 1 of Linotype University. A little bit excited, a little bit terrified. Don't know what to expect, but I'm sure it'll go off without a hitch. Maybe. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh! Are we literally all the way back here? Oh, yep, there they are. Alright. And it begins. Looks complicated. Interesting, though. Interesting, yes. But that doesn't make it any less foreign, or me any less confused about why I or anybody else needs to know about it. After all, this is a world where I can create, edit, and publish on a tiny computer that fits in my pocket, and it makes phone calls to boot. Who cares about this old relic? Well, actually, it turns out that I do. Now don't get me wrong, when I first sat down at the Model 31, I struggled. But once my kind and exceedingly patient professor, Larry Raid, helped me figure out which levers to pull, once I got used to the fact that 535-degree lead was bubbling just a couple of feet from my delicate skin, and once that first slug with my words on it came out, I was hooked. I had made something, and not just a Word document or blog post floating out in the cloud somewhere. This was tangible. This was real. And holding something real that I made felt really good. Well, actually, it kind of burned at first. That metal comes out hot. I am actually having more fun than I expected. These machines are huge and complicated and kind of scary, but they're really interesting to see them operate. Thousands of moving parts, and it's kind of it really is kind of an eighth wonder of the world to watch anyway. So yeah, I've had fun. It's definitely interesting. Do I want to buy a Linotype machine? No. Do I wonder why they've fallen off the printing industry's radar? Absolutely not. These machines are huge, heavy, complicated, and require tons of maintenance. As hobbies go, it's kind of like restoring a classic car, except you don't get a sweet ride out of the deal. Just a thing that makes things that you can use to print stuff. Nothing against printing stuff, mind you, but most people would rather have the Mustang. That said, I'm glad there are still a few crazies out there that prefer lead slugs to big blocks. Because even if Linotype machines aren't as cool as GTOs or Thunderbirds, they're just as iconic, just as historic, and just as important. No matter what some snotty, tech-obsessed 20-something might think.